Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Wayne, and I'm a digital classroom officer with the New South Wales Department of Education. Welcome to the very first video session of our brand new G Suite for Schools professional learning series. It's great to have you here, even if you couldn't make it to the live session today. I'm going to start presenting my screen just in case somebody does come in while we are here today. So I'm going to present that now. So I just click down here on present now, select the screen I would like to present, and then it starts to share. And if you are in the chat, or if you come in a little bit late, that's fine. You should be able to see what is going on our screen. I'll just bring this one down a little bit lower. Today is all about getting set up on Currents. And Currents, for those of you who don't know, is a platform that's put out by Google. It's only for enterprise customers, so you will never be able to access Currents using your personal Gmail account. You'll always have to use your @education Gmail account. But I just want to show you how you get started, what it does. Please don't be intimidated. It is a great tool, and it's very, very simple to use. So all we do to start is we come into our staff portal and open up the G Suite. Then we scroll all the way down to the bottom here, and you'll see it's the old Google Plus logo, which is Currents, and then it opens up with a new logo. This is because Currents is built off the back of the old Google Plus, which was Google's social media answer. So it was trying to compete with things like Instagram and Facebook. Obviously didn't go too well for them, but they've totally revamped it as a way for professional communities to engage with their staff members. And that's exactly what we're trying to do with this tool, is get schools set up on how to use this as a tool to chat with each other. So over here on the left-hand side, this is your hamburger menu. So you can either make it appear or come back up just by clicking on it. And you've got these options down along here. This is the home page on here. And if ever you've been on Facebook or Reddit or Instagram, anything like that, you'll see that these posts along here are very, very similar. There's a title, there's some links, there's a couple of photos. There we are. There's a photo of butter. Some of the videos that I've posted in there as well. And what this is a feed of all of the different communities that you're a part of. Now, there are lots and lots of different communities on here, and the idea would be that you can set up a community for your school. Now, you can search via hashtags in exactly the same way that you would search for hashtags in any other online platform. So there are some popular ones here, or the ones that you're following as well. Over here, we have the communities and the different communities that you can be a part of. Now, you can see here that there are different schools that use Currents to talk with their colleagues. It's pretty self-explanatory. Each faculty or each school has their community set up, ready to go. Over here, you can have your profile, so you can have a look at your communities that you're a part of, or you can have a look at all of your posts, and this will come up from all of your communities as well. And you can edit your profile in here. There's not too much to edit. Again, it is a professional workspace. This photo here will be the same photo that you've got for your @education NSW account. So if you come down here, you'll see I've got a different photo for my personal Gmail. Now, if I sign in with my personal Gmail, this won't work. So again, it's probably worthwhile explaining to any teachers who might need some help at your school that if you're logged in using a personal Gmail account on Chrome, it's a really good idea to have the two accounts signed in, ready to go. So just a reminder that the suffix is @education.nsw.gov.au, and each time you update your password in the staff portal, that password will need to be updated as well. You can come down, you can search for people, and this just uses our global address list. So you can find people who work for the Department of Education. And down here, you can see all of your notices, or notifications rather. So I can see that Sarah has been posting in our Google group, which is great. I'll mark those as read. Now, if I come back up to communities, what you can do is when you want to start a new community, you can come up here and click on plus for new community. And this is where you can start to add it in for your school or your stage. I would really suggest making one for your school. If you are a larger school, it may be worthwhile breaking it up into, say, a primary stream and a high school stream, or perhaps you just want everybody in one stream as well. So you can put some restrictions on here, permissions around who gets to join, a few different bits and pieces on there. Always make sure that you keep that content control on there, but I'm going to cancel out of that because I'm going to take us into the G Suite for Schools community. And in here, you can start to see all of the different posts that I've put through. Would love if some of you could come in and put some posts in here as well. To invite members onto your new community, there's a couple of ways. You can either invite people with a link, and this will be the easiest way to get it out to the majority of your staff. So all you do is copy that and then put that into whatever communication channels you've got. It might be something like Central. It might be something like EBS Stars. It may be email. You may have a Teams page. Anything like that. And in our first professional learning session on Tuesday next week, which will be Tuesday the 9th of February, I'll be showing you how you can integrate Currents as a part of Microsoft Teams, if that's what your school is doing as well. Up here, you can manage some of your preferences. You can add or remove staff members as required. In here, you can leave the community if you like, or you can shut down the community if required. And you can, of course, update your community's photo by selecting Edit Community. When you want to share something with your team, all you have to do is click in here. You have a title up here. So, for example, you might have Swimming Carnival. You can put all of your details and dates in here, a quick message for your staff. You can add a link to something else. So you can add a link straight on there, or you can, of course, highlight that and then Control K will add the link in as well for you if you're after a keyboard shortcut. You can manage some very simplified text options down here. You can add something in for from your Google Drive as well. So in this example with the Swimming Carnival, you might have the running sheets, the staff placements, and maybe a copy of the permission slip as well that you might want to add onto there. Just remember that if you are adding something into this community, so into this G Suite for Schools community, just a reminder that anyone will be able to access that document regardless of the permissions that you've got in your folder. So if you keep this in your whole school context, that will mean that everyone can access those files. You can, there we are. So this is the selection to come from Drive. Just brings up a screen that we should all be familiar with. You can also add in an image. So you can upload a photo or a video and they will save on there. Please introduce yourself with a photo. We would love to see that. And then when you're done, you can hit post. Now, if you're a member of a couple of different communities, you can actually change where you're sending your messages to. So you can actually make it visible to anyone within the Department of Education too. That's about it for how to use communities. It is very simple, but it's a powerful tool in its simplicity because you don't need to get distracted by different channels, access, all of those different bits and pieces. What I will tell you now, though, is you may want to work with your teams to establish some team norms around this. So, for example, is it only executive that are going to post in here? Or will you have a Forbes public school community where the executive are posting outgoing communication and teachers can comment on the threads, and perhaps you have a separate community for social events and different bits and pieces like that. So just go through with your team and figure out what's going to work for your school and go from there. To come back over here onto our hamburger menu, I did just want to come down and show you the different settings that you can set for your notifications when they're coming through. So down here, you can set your notifications if you want to receive email notifications or phone notifications. Now, you'll only get phone notifications if you've added your details into your Education Google account, which I haven't done, but you could be getting emails. So what we can do is I'm going to switch off all of these and switch off all of those. This way, I won't get any notifications come through with anything that comes through with these currents. And so, for example, you might have a team norm where you say, well, I need your email notifications on when someone mentions you in a post, and that might be it. So you can adjust these accordingly. I will actually keep mine on because I want to be notified when people are engaging in this community. Now, if I come back to my communities, what I can do is I can actually tag people, and they don't have to be in the community to be tagged. So if, for example, I wanted to tag the early stage 1 team for kindy transition, so I can come on here, and what I do is I press the plus button and then I start typing a name. So one of my colleagues is Nolene, and then I can select on there. And you can tag as many people as required, get them to comment on the post below, and they can, of course, go through and like a post as well. So I'll show you here, if I wanted to come through and open up this one, great, I can come through and I can like that. There we are. So you can see that that post has 2 likes now. And some schools have used this before to say, please like when you get this message, especially if there's a change or a piece of key communication that comes out. It can help streamline those processes for you. Other than that, that's the tool. So it's a great idea to have a chat with your colleagues, figure out how you want to use it. By all means, run through this video with them if you would like as well. Normally, we would have some question time, but unfortunately, all of our members are off in other professional learning sessions or couldn't make it today, which is totally fine. That's why we record these sessions. So I would like to tell you, though, we do have 2 lots of professional learning coming up in week 3 of term 1. So that's Tuesday, the 9th of February, and Thursday, the 11th of February. Now, you can access, I'll be posting into this communities with the links for those as well. So it will just be another Hangouts Meet link, just like this one. But in the meantime, if you do have any questions, please add them onto the post down below, leave a comment and I will get back to you. And if you need another live Q&A session, I'm sure that we can schedule a time either before school or at lunchtime or after school where you can come and ask some questions about this. In the meantime, stay safe, keep washing your hands. I hope that you've had a brilliant start to term 1. And once again, congratulations on coming into the program. This is our very first video, so it's very exciting to be here with you. And I look forward to the next one. Have a great day.